it is indeed not looking very, very bright in the sense that Kiev, as the political center of the country, remains sort of the key target for the Kremlin. If they want to achieve a form of victory, I would argue the military leadership wants and needs to seize Kiev in terms of the symbol, in terms of what it would represent for the continuation of this war and the next stages. The problem is that because of geography, because of the number of troops, I can't really see how Russian forces would be able to storm into Kiev anytime soon. This is going to be a very long battle of attrition. This is going to be an atrociously casualty-heavy battle and a siege, the likes of which we've rarely seen in modern history. It's things have changed, but the basis of warfare in a way have remained in terms of this grand lens sort of offensive, this massive ground offensive. The thing is, all the assumptions we had in the Western community and among Russia watchers, that Russia would be leveraging warfare completely differently than what we've seen for the past 2 weeks. We haven't seen a Russia using air superiority or managing to achieve what we call air superiority. We haven't seen the sort of unleash of electronic warfare capabilities that were so often discussed and that we've seen in Syria actually since 2015. We haven't seen Russia seizing the initiative in terms of quickly advancing its troops, in terms of spearhead operations, fire protection and support from the rear, and then massive advances inside Ukrainian territory. All of this we haven't seen. We don't know exactly the why, the how, and how come this concept of operation is obviously sort of a losing edge. Some of the operations we see are borderline amateurish. They are very quick to fail. They are very prone to ambushes from Ukrainian forces. So overall, they might have tried to chew a bit more than they can bite, or the other way around, in biting into Ukrainian territory, which calls for a reassessment now. The problem is that the Kremlin needs to turn this operation into a form of victory, whatever the cost. There will be a necessary face saving for Putin himself, because he just can't back down, right, and declare that the operation is off. So this is risking, in a way, further escalation against Ukraine and against democratic nations and the Western community abroad.